On this fine March day here in Rochester, they're going to be doing a chainsaw carving. It's going to be a bear. It's going to be a zombie bear. It'll be made out of a piece of pine. It's very old, so it should cut nice, just like butter. I'm sure in the end he'll be plenty scary. Awesome! First, we remove the bark. The bark can look nice. It can make it look very rustic, but it won't hold up. Nope, it always falls off. If the wood is sat long enough, sometimes you can just pull it off. Pine is a fairly soft wood. If you're working with maple, oak, walnut, or some other fairly dense wood, it does take more elbow grease. In other words, a little bit longer. But heck, pine smells the best. The wood chips on the chunks of wood build up pretty quickly. I mean, you're basically removing 40 to 50% of the log. If there were any ants or other living things still hanging around inside of the wood, at this point, they pretty much made a beeline out. After about an hour, we've got the basic shape down. I like electric chainsaws for the finer points of the carving. I have crafted smaller sculptures entirely with electric saws. It just takes longer. You grind off the rough spots? Not all of them, because we need some to make them look tough. For this bear, we went with the standard round eyes. Typically I use black, but not for this one. Pale green and a bigger, redder eye seemed necessary. I actually waited several days before the next step. He was still thawing from being out in the cold when I carved him, so the dry temps of the indoors will dry the figure out. My favorite part of the process is probably the painting. I think it really gives them their character. The one with stain for the hands and his snout. I'd say in some ways his oil paint mix kind of resembles the Statue of Liberty. The nameplate or the plaque is a little different every time. We use two different grinders to forge the grooves. It gives it a handmade, rustic touch. I almost added some small link chains towards the end, but ultimately thought it might detract from the eventual look, so I didn't go that way. Here's the basic sketch transformed. This takes a steady hand. Slightly ghoulish lime green and red O to match his eye. Lastly, the clear coat gives it that shine. This helps prevent mold, mildew, and other yucky things from appearing, shall we say. This process works best with warmer temps, which is not always a given here in New York. So there you have it. That is my bear in a nutshell. I'm pretty happy with him. He's bigger than most of the ones I've done in the past, but bigger is better sometimes. He had 2 coats of polyurethane put on him, so he's all ready to be outside in the cold and the weather, and in the sun as well. It's a finished product. About 3 feet tall, about 50 pounds, will lose weight through time, lucky him, and that's just because he's drying out. Although he does have 2 different colored eyes. I don't think he's too scary. I just ignore her. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'll see you next time.
There. There. There.